Hey everyone. So I wanted to update you on this recent news, probably the biggest news in the world of AI in a long time, and something tells me that it's going to be something to remember. This is the moment to remember for many people. In decades to come, we're going to be remembering that as a sort of important milestone. But anyway, yesterday, in the out of nowhere, in the middle of the day, Sam Altman was fired as a CEO of OpenAI. And after that, Greg Buckman, was the president of the OpenAI and a partner of Sam Altman, resigned after this news. And of course, this is absolutely massive news for the industry and absolutely unexpected. So now let's dig deeper a little bit into what's happening there. So the official press release, which is usually a boring stuff, says that Mr. Altman follows the deliberate process, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he was not consistently candid in his communications with the board. So basically saying he was lying to the board, and that was the reason for his departure. So we don't yet know what it means, but, that's what happened. The rumors, well, there are really different rumors flying around about what actually happened. But if we look at first of all, the feed of tweets by Sam Altman and by Greg Brockman, let's take a look at that. So what happened is that out of nowhere last night, Sam got a text from Ilya Sutskever, who is chief scientist at OpenAI, asking him to talk on Friday. So Sam joined Google Meet. Can you imagine? You're getting a call. You're joining Google Meet, and there's an entire board, and the board tells you that, hey, you're fired. That's it for you in this company. And after that, right after that, they called Greg to inform him that they're taking him off the board. However, they wanted him to stay in the company, but later that day, Greg announced that he's resigning from the company together with Sam. So an interesting thing is, first of all, the huge partner like Microsoft was not aware at all that this thing was happening, apparently. And they found out about that in social media as everybody else, which is kind of surprising for the company that sort of owns 50% of the OpenAI, at least so far. Right. So the tricky thing is the board consists of 6 people, or consisted of 6 people, and 3 of them were OpenAI guys, which is Sam, Greg, and Ilya, and other 3 were independents. And those independents, well, I don't remember their names, but also important players in the industry. So what happened is that to push out Sam out of the company, they needed a majority, obviously. So the majority is for hands up, voting for termination of Sam as a CEO of OpenAI. And that means that, assuming that Sam and Greg were against it, the only remaining majority is 3 independents plus Ilya. That, in addition to some of the leaked information about the company call afterwards, suggests that it was sort of a hostile takeover from Ilya, or maybe not a hostile takeover, as we saw in some of the worse cases, but definitely a certain political game to push Sam out of the company. It was orchestrated, seems to be orchestrated by Ilya Sutskever. The reasons for that are, I don't know. I have no good guesses. I would assume, maybe a difference in strategy has something to do with that. Difference in ideas of vision. But let's talk just a couple minutes about the repercussions and what's going to happen to the industry. So my assumptions, and that's clearly only my assumptions here, is that, first of all, this is a moment to remember. This is something we're going to be talking about for quite a while. It's a Steve Jobs moment when he departed Apple. I assume Sam and Greg will go ahead and build a competitor to OpenAI. And basically, I think it's going to be one of the biggest and strongest competitors to OpenAI on the market. So maybe they just, they just created a competitor for themselves. Something tells me that there might be something to be said about AGI in this company, meaning that maybe it was a story, maybe it was an angle of them realizing that, hey, AGI was created and it's currently in the hands of this one personality, which is Sam, that has almost like ultimate control over the strategy of development of this AGI and etc. I don't know, I'm just assuming. But something tells me that this has to do with the AGI that is currently being developed and maybe is already developed by AGI on the back end of all of this. So I do expect changes in OpenAI vision and strategy, obviously, and I currently assume that they're going to be less aggressive with pushing forward the most advanced tech like GPT-4 to the market. And possibly they will be less commercial oriented, as I don't know if you know or remember, but OpenAI is originally a non-profit funded by a lot of guys, including Elon Musk and others, that later turned into for-profit organization. So maybe they will remember their mission, that they're a non-profit for, making sure the mission to make sure to develop the AI that benefits humanity. And maybe they will come back to fulfilling their mission. I kind of doubt it. For the company with the valuation of what is that, $90 billion or $80 billion, that would be probably ridiculous and unprecedented. But who knows what we're gonna see? The change in strategy, I think, is to come anyway. So that's the news. Let me know what you guys think. That's quite interesting and exciting. I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen next.